Hello, welcome back. This is Kenshin 1913.
And Ghosty Films.
And we're Let's Playing Star Wars Intergalactic Battlegrounds. Star Wars. Just keep going. There's too many names. So many names.
The shift doesn't work.
There's so many names and I'm so stupid. I can't do it, guys. Star Wars Battlefront Galactica 2. Right? Am I right?
Maybe?
Dark Lord Forces 2.
Look, Pete, it's a TIE bomber again.
Oh boy, Dan.
He's flying up there.
Well, maybe if you can jump on it or something,
There's
you can get
probably a
there.
terrorist in there, and he's just gonna crash right into that tower.
Too soon, Dan.
And then they'll set off all those charges, and then fake the explosion.
Right.
Because it was a controlled demolition.
Yeah. You've been listening a little bit too much Joe Rogan. Damn. Although I have been listening to a lot of Joe Rogan lately, and I want to talk about it. Because
Really?
today, I drank coffee with butter in it.
Really?
And it wasn't too bad. And what it's supposed to do is help you...
And you got diarrhea?
No, not yet. We'll
Whoa.
find out in an hour or two. But, I think they say it's supposed to help because, like, it helps instead of you getting that one giant jolt high kind of thing that you get with coffee and shit. It kind of, like, evens it out so that you don't, and it's because of, like, the butter content and the fat or whatever's in it. Some shit like that. We'll see, Dan. We'll see. But, yeah, good times. I love his podcast.
Yeah, me too. I like the last two podcasts where you had that guy Graham Hancock.
I didn't listen to the whole thing yet, but I did listen to the one with the lady who's great. Oh my god, did I love that lady.
Which lady?
Christina Summers, I think her name was. Man, she was talking about all the whiny crybaby bitches in colleges. Oh
yeah,
my god.
I remember that.
I 100% agree with her. God damn, I do. I mean, there is some point to have some outrage, but we live in the Connecticut area, and I saw that story about. I actually didn't know anything about it, to be honest, about that story about the lady from Yale. She was yelling at a professor about, or a dean or whatever the hell, because they sent out an email saying, "Oh, make sure to wear sensitive costumes or whatever for Halloween," and then like she got all mad and was yelling.
Huh.
And she was yelling at the guy, the dean's like husband or something, who was also a professor up there. And I'm like, seriously? She was yelling and screaming. I just wanted to vomit.
No, everybody there's people don't have talent anymore. There's just yellers.
I don't think it has anything to do with talent.
People don't have skills.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with skills either, Dan. I just think it's just like, it's just people. They're like.
People don't bathe.
That too, but like at a drop of a hat, people will get offended.
Yeah.
And it's like about Halloween costumes, really? Because what ended up happening was, hold on a second.
I did not.
You didn't see that video? I ended up watching it because I listened to the Nick DiPaolo podcast as well. Because I'm pretty left leaning, but there are some things where I like to have a balance. So, like, I listen to Nick DiPaolo and his podcast. He's really right wing, and I don't mind because he's funny. And then, like, I listen to Greg Proops, who's pretty lefty, and so I like to get like the full spectrum of like comedy and news and all that. So, anyways, this Yale thing, what ended up happening was they sent out an email, the establishment or whatever sent out an email saying, "Oh, make sure to wear sensitive costumes this year. Don't try to offend anyone." So what ended up happening was the dean or the whatever just pretty much came out and said, "I think you should be able to wear what you want, as long as it's not like super offensive or whatever." It's pretty much saying our kids, if they want, they could wear whatever the hell they want, pretty much. And so what ended up happening was they had like a thing, and some girl went in the professor's face and was screaming at him, and she was screaming how like, "Oh, you're supposed to make this feel like a home and a safe space and this, that, and the other." And I'm like, oh my god, I just want to puke. It was fucking disgusting. And she was like Joe Rogan was saying, she was like totally grandstanding, because if she was just in a room with the guy talking to him one-on-one, she probably wouldn't have been screaming and shit.
Oh, she was a professor too. I think I remember.
No. This was a student yelling at a professor.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just stupid. It was just all stupid. And the thing about it is like we're getting too sensitive. At least some people are. It's like we're way too sensitive. And it's like there are people out there that just get offended, like just to be offended. There's like no real reason for it. It's just fucking retarded.
I was listening to Mark Maron.
Yeah.
And he was talking to Aziz Ansari, and I've never seen the Aziz Ansari show.
Yeah.
But they were talking about how like there was this token. They had like a token white friend to kind of make up for the fact that all the white shows
token black guys. Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes I think like, why is it the white person? Like, if you're a white person, why is it your job to like? Why don't like black people and other people of other races? Why don't they make their own shows? Like, why is it always a white person's job to accurately portray like another race? Like, I feel like black writers should be given jobs, and they should be given jobs to write like scripts for their particular culture, and they should be able to like hire people to act as their particular culture. Like, I hate when they say like, oh, let's make Spider-Man black. I mean, I don't mind if you make a new Spider-Man like Miles Morales, but why like make Peter Parker black? Like, why treat it like whiteness is a thing that needs to be corrected? I don't mind if you retire Peter Parker and say, okay, well, Peter Parker, he's been Spider-Man for 10 years. Let's put a new guy and let's make him a different person who is a different race. But I don't know. Like, I always feel like people love to yell at white people for not representing them, but like, why is it our job? Like, why don't you represent yourself and write scripts that represent yourself?
Right.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, Joe Rogan podcast, I think, is quickly becoming one of my favorite podcasts, just because of the fact of like, you know, I began listening to podcasts back in the day. You know, Bill Burr and Mark Maron and all that. The thing about Mark Maron's podcast is like he's always talking to like movies people and music people. It's like, at least with Joe Rogan, like he's got different people on all the time.
Yeah.
And even when he has like the same people on, like Chris Ryan or something, they're always talking about different things. It's like, I just feel like I think I like Joe Rogan's podcast better now. I
think his podcast is my favorite, but I still appreciate Mark Maron.
Oh yeah.
But you know, the interesting thing about that is like Joe Rogan always says, I didn't know that my podcast was going to be this big phenomenon. And it's like, again, back to this whole racial thing, like, we live in the information age. Like, I feel like it would probably be a lot easier nowadays to represent yourself if you feel like you're not being represented. But you always see, like, on radio shows, like, if the radio hosts are male, people attack them because they're not representing a female perspective, and it's like they don't know what the female perspective is. Like, why are you yelling at, like, why don't women step up and represent their own perspective? And it's like, we live in the, why don't, if you have something interesting to say, we live in the information age. We have the internet. Like, why don't you create content? And it's like, I'm a comedian. Like, I don't have a following, but I'm doing the work, and I'm going through the hardship of trying to write interesting material. And it's like, sometimes I feel like I resent when people attack artists who already went through the work and did the work to establish themselves. Like, it's just frustrating when people attack those people instead of actually doing the work themselves. Like, I go to comedy clubs, and I sometimes I go up there and people don't like me. Sometimes people don't like what I'm doing. It's just like, you got to do the work. But I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's a part of the picture that I'm not seeing.
Yeah. But, Dan, you're gonna have to stop this tirade. Hold on.
Right. But anyway, that would be kind of like me just yelling about The View and saying, oh, The View doesn't represent a male perspective. That's not who they are. They're all a bunch of women. Like, I don't like, if I started complaining, oh, Oprah doesn't, that's not what she does. It's like, I don't understand why white males are the only people who are obligated to speak for everybody. Like people need to speak for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Anyways, let's get back to the game, Dan. I think we got way off topic.
I don't think we ever were on topic, Pete.
Yeah. So what are we doing again? We're killing an 88, or you're going to find him, but now he's with stormtroopers, Dan?
He's up in that tower, in the 9/11 tower
upstairs.
Oh,
right. Oh, yeah, with a controlled explosion. Oh, Dan, you almost killed that guy, Dan. Don't kill that guy, or you're dead, Dan. Yeah, I thought you, after you got your lightsaber, that's all you used.
Yeah, but, I don't know, we were talking, and I was thinking about what we were saying.
Ooh. We were talking about lightsabers?
No, we were talking about like all kinds of crazy politically correct stuff that everyone's all outraged about, and I was thinking about that instead of like blocking.
Yeah. But no, I thought when you said you got your lightsaber, you would just use that all the time and forget about guns and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know. My shift is kind of. Usually, I would need to rely a lot on speed. But I'll try to use my lightsaber from now on if that's.
I don't know, Dan. I'm just saying. I remember you saying, "Holy boy, Jeebs," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's right." Dan, you could always use this shift.
Yeah, but all my other buttons are over here on this side of the keyboard.
You want me to hit shift for you?
No, that's okay.
All right, ready? I hit it. I hit
Pete,
shift.
Stop
for you.
it.
I'm hitting shift for you, Dan.
Stop doing that.
Dan, I just hit shift again. Well, not really. Dan, I hit it again.
Pete.
Dan, I'm gonna, I don't know. But yeah, you're in a circle, Dan. Isn't that cool, like, when you're in a circle? Remember Duck, Duck, Goose back when you were a kid? Wasn't that fun?
No.
Did you have fun playing games with kids, Dan?
When I was a kid, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a grown
Goose.
adult sitting in a circle and their little kids are playing Duck, Duck, Goose, and you're like, this isn't fun.
Yeah.
No one's picking me. It's maybe because I'm weird. I'm the odd one.
Well, even, you know what? Back to this whole political correct thing. I heard recently that Duck, Duck, Goose was banned, like, because that's offensive to people.
Oh, God. People get offended over the stupidest shit, man.
Yeah.
Seriously. Pretty much schools in New York, they don't let kids play, like, dodgeball or tag anymore. Because everybody's gotta have an award or some shit for participation. It's like, get the fuck out of here. You get an award for being first, second, or third. That's it. Alright, maybe participation if it's like, okay, you're done with the season. Nice job, but next year we gotta do better. But hey, let's go get something anyways. Alright? You don't fucking give him a ribbon for fucking just being there. Give me a break. Alright, Dan, I wouldn't get a fucking ribbon. Look at me. I ain't getting no ribbon.
No.
If I got a fucking ribbon, I'm like, I don't want this shit, alright? I fucking was a huge failure, which I am. Alright? I'd be like, screw that. No, thank you. Take that ribbon and shove it up your ass. Give it to my cow, Bessie. She could use it. She's feeling a little down. You know what I'm saying, Dan? You give fucking ribbons to cows. You're shooting into nothing.
Oh, there are guys up there, Pete.
There's a guy up there, really? Let me guess, you want to go up there and kiss him, don't you?
Maybe. I don't know. He probably has luscious lips that,
Yeah. You don't get to see a lot of stormtroopers not, like,
they all, like,
without their masks on.
Few people realize that they all have Angelina Jolie lips under those masks.
Oh, boy. DSLs, huh?
Yep. I don't know what that means.
DSLs, man. Stands for digital dial-up or some shit. Oh, that's a guy you gotta kill too?
I froze.
You know what's funny is I never thought about it till right now. But these guys are totally space Nazis. I never thought about the Imperial thing being like Nazis until like right now, Dan. I just realized something. I can't believe how much I realized. Space Nazis. George Lucas invented space Nazis.
Well, that's what I heard. Like the Darth Vader's helmet was supposed to represent like a Nazi helmet, or it was supposed to look like it.
supposed to represent Hitler. And then you find out Darth Vader used to be cool.
I don't know if he was ever cool.
Yeah, actually, I heard, like, back when he was an adult. Actually, he was just a big wussy. That's what I heard. Who names their kid Anakin? If I was Luke Skywalker's mom or dad or... Wait.
I feel like we should record this again.
I think if I was Luke Skywalker's dad, I'd be Darth Vader. But no, if I was Anakin Skywalker's mom, I'd be like, ugh. Why did I name him Anakin? What was I thinking? Dan, what were you thinking?
When I named my kid Anakin?
When you name your kid Anakin. You're like, that's... I'd rather name him Darth. If you had to give a kid... Alright, besides, like, Luke and Leia...
I think Darth is, like, a title. Like, Mr.
Oh, right. So is... Alright, so... Okay, yeah.
Darth Sidious, Darth Maul.
Right, Dan. If you had to name your kid after anyone from Star Wars, what would you name him? Not Luke or Leia. You have to... God, I don't even know what I would name him, Dan. I really don't. I'd probably go with, like... Mace Windu? No, that's so stupid. But if you can find one name, it might work. But any of the names are just retarded. Not that they're retarded for, like, space stuff, but they're dumb for, like, if I want to name my kid after Star Wars guy. I'd be like, oh, your name's Boba? No, that's just like, Boba. No. How about, let's see, who else? Dooku. Count Dooku. What was his name in that movie?
I don't think you should ever name your child after a Star Wars name. Just...
No, Dan, alright, you're gonna think of one, alright? This is a new project we're thinking. Alright, how about,
like, when you name your kid a regular kid name...
Luke and Leia, I could totally understand someone naming their kid Luke. Or even Leia, because that's not that bad. Like, Luke's fine. Luke is 100%. Alright, that's cool. But Leia is like, okay, alright, you must be a Star Wars person. But then, like, if someone's like, I named my kid, his first name is Chew, his middle name's Baka, and his last name's Anderson or something. I'm like, oh, God, what are you thinking? But, like, if you could think of a good name, you know what, Obi-Wan, if you named him Ben, you know what, I'd give him that. Look at that, you found a loophole, man, nice job.
A loophole?
Yeah, you can name him Ben. Ben Kenobi.
Oh, I did that. I was the one coming to all those conclusions.
What was Luke and Luke Skywalker's aunt and uncle name? Wasn't it like shithead and
Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen?
Owen's fine. Beru, no.
But anyway, Pete, like if you name your kid a regular kid name, like from America,
like Kit Fisto,
kids are gonna make fun of him relentlessly.
Oh, if you name him after Star Wars?
If you name him a Star Wars kid, just think of the levels of shame that they're gonna send him to. They're just gonna mock him relentlessly, and he's gonna slit his own wrists, Pete. You can't name a kid a Star Wars name.
Dan,
just doesn't work.
You don't know people, do you, Dan?
Didn't you ever hear like Conan O'Brien talk about how growing up all he ever heard was, "Hey Conan, where's your sword?" And then they'd beat him senselessly.
Well, that's his fault, Dan. He should have grown up and got muscles and then killed the shit out of him.
Yeah, he should have found a wheel of pain and just worked on it night and day.
Yeah, and then just instead of going into comedy or whatever he did, he should have went into blacksmithing.
Yeah.
Where he carries around heavy anvils all day, and he gets like these really big muscles, and then he just kills everyone that's in his way. And then he's like, now no one will make fun of me again. And he says again at least 5 times, but I'm gonna spare you the 5 agains. But just put again times 5. Anyways, Dan, what else is there? Would I name a guy Stormtrooper? Probably not. Jabba, if I knew my kid was gonna be a giant fat ass. Let's see. Oh, Lando isn't too bad. I can almost see naming my black child Lando. Lando, dude, Calrissian is not a bad like last name. I think I might change instead of Capucha. It's gonna be Calrissian. I like that though. Yeah, Lando, I respect him a lot, Dan. I don't care if he did whatever to Han. You know what I mean? I respect him. So what other guys are there? There's Yoda. There's Mace Windu. What about that guy who looks like a turd? He's got that really long head, and he's got like a goatee, old white goatee.
I don't know who that is. Is he from the new episodes?
Yeah, he's from the new ones where there's all different types of Jedi, Dan.
You know, I just get so tired of talking about Star Wars sometimes.
Dan, I'm just trying to figure out an acceptable name that you would be able to name your kid from Star Wars, not counting like Luke.
I don't know why you would do that, Pete.
I guess I'll just do Owen, and then I'll call him Owen. What was the mom's name? Aunt's name?
Baru.
Owen Baru, whatever my last name is.
Capucha.
No, Calrissian.
Oh.
There we go. Owen Baru Calrissian. And they'll grow up and they'll hate everything about me, and they would probably murder me in my sleep when they're like 3. Yeah. No. If I get killed by...
They're going to wait till at least 5 to murder you in your sleep.
Yeah. They got a pillow. They just find... You know, I'm a heavy sleeper, you know, and then boom, bang, boom, gone. But damn, where's this tower?
It's right up there, Pete. See 9/11.
Oh, yeah. You ever going to get to it or what here?
Well, they have an elaborate system of security measure things that I need to get by.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of just killing everyone.
Yeah. Anyways, then...
But don't worry, Pete, because the inside, I'll just be fighting more people. Kind of like I'm fighting... It's not like there's a surprise inside.
Yeah, well...
You're not going to walk inside and they're going to like, you just won a new car! Like, it's just... The stuff that's inside is just... I'm going to be fighting it in the same way that I'm fighting the guys outside.
Right. Dan, what about if you had to name your kid something from Star Trek?
Spock, without question. I didn't even think twice about it.
Spock. You name your kid Spock?
Yeah, why not? It's better than Lando Calrissian.
Oh, whoa, just regular Lando. See, I'd name him Lando. Come on, man. That just sounds like... That kid's gonna have a good time when he gets old. Lando, I feel like could be a drug dealer. Like, someone changes their name, the drug dealing name would be like Lando. You know what I'm saying, Dan? Lando. I just like saying that word. It's a good word. Lando. But yeah, Dan, alright, Star Trek, I'd probably name him Borg, right? There's a Borg in Star Trek?
Yes.
Yeah, alright. Was that a new Star Trek or old Star Trek?
That was Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yeah, I like The Next Generation a little bit better. I think besides Spock and Scotty... Oh no, and that one guy who goes, damn it, Jim. I don't know.
Bones McCoy.
Yeah, those 3 people. Oh, and Yohara. God damn. Whatever. I like both I don't really like watch Star Trek. I just respect it. Like, after listening, to go back to podcasts for just a moment. After listening to like Star Talk when they talked with like all the original cast, he pretty much Neil deGrasse Tyson talked with majority of the original cast. I'm like, man, you know what? I respect this show. I've never watched it, but I respect it. And then they talked to the new generation, and I remember that one, but I never watched it. I remember the guy with the glasses. Then you got the big guy who was the Klingon guy.
Worf.
And then, yeah, Worf. I would name my kid Worf. That'd be a cool name, Worf. They'd be like, why'd you do this to me, Dad? And then they're like, Worf, what's up?
Sometimes when I think about what I would name my child, I think the perfect name would be the sound that you make when you're vomiting up your spoiled egg salad sandwich.
Worf. Yeah, that's what I name
like, you know what? There's nothing more poetic than the sounds that you make when you're hunched over a toilet.
Yeah, I think that's the. Yeah, what's your kid's name? How you spell that? That's UALL, and then I think another A. No, there's gotta be an R in there, I think. Anyways, if anyone knows how to spell, let me know. I'll make sure to name my first kid that. And he's not from any Star Wars or Star Trek, so that is a brand new character that you could throw anywhere. You know, would you ever think about hyphenating your kid, like his name, like name him Ray Torn Bogwag. How about Dan? How about this? All right, since you're such a huge nerd of things, Dan. What about the from Lord of the Rings? What would you name your kid? Gimli, maybe?
Pete, I'm not feeling this topic. Like, I couldn't care less about. I'm probably never gonna have kids, and
Dan, what about if you had to name your lover? What would you name? All right, here we go. Here's some. If you had to have a lover, all right, and let's go through a couple names here.
You know what, Pete? Like, these things, they're all like, you know how people always accuse me of overthinking things. Like, these are things that I would have to think a lot about, and I'm here, like, dodging laser blasts and fighting, and my brain just can't handle the workflow of being my usual obsessive thinker and fight and trying to come up with a strategy to not get shot in a barracks full of stormtroopers.
What was the name of that elf from Lord of the Rings? The one who wanted to bang that one guy?
Legolas?
Yeah, no, the girl.
Arwen.
Yeah, Arwen's a good name.
Sure, why not? Arwen. Arwen is Pete.
There you go, Dan. See, you named your kid Arwen, Calrissian, and then Spock. Yeah, and you hyphenate it.
The nerdiest family to ever walk the earth.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, could you imagine that? And then for good measure, they put Thor somewhere in there or something. They got all kinds of nerd shit going on in that one. I wonder if someone's got like a list of the most nerdiest names they've named their kid, because that's like, you remember how like fucking, what was his name? Nick Cage named his fucking kid like Kal-El or
I don't care about Nick Cage
Jor-El.
Dumb kid.
His dumb kid's probably not that dumb, but he probably hates his dad because he named him that, Dan. But yeah, Dan, this is riveting. This is I think this is the most riveting episode I've ever seen.
Yeah, we talked about all this political stuff that we're probably gonna get bitched out for.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. You don't like it, go. You know what? It happens every once in a while.
You know how we're playing that like ESO game or Elder Scrolls Online game?
Yeah.
Like, one of the things that constantly makes me think in that game is like, that game is they were trying so hard to be politically correct that every single character who is like weak in some way is male, and every character who is strong is female, and it's just like, wow, this is so politically correct that it just feels so weird. Like, every character is like, oh, my mother would not approve. Oh, like, every character that has any semblance of that is a guy, and if you like pick a woman's pocket, she'll chase you down the street for 3 blocks, punching you in the back of the head. It's just like, so, like, when you have like political correctness and progressiveness, and I'm pretty progressive. Like, I normally consider myself to be a left-leaning thing, but sometimes like PC-ness just runs out of control. And like that game is like a perfect example of how alien the world feels. I mean, I know it's a fantasy game and there's magic and stuff, but in terms of like personality, it feels so alien when you make the world ideal, and it's just like, it's so weird. But yeah, it's just like constantly shows up in that bizarre form.
That guy just give you he just put his hand in your anus?
Yeah, and then I had full health again, just like the old thumb up the bum thing.
Yeah. What do they call that? Checking your oil?
Yep, checking the oil.
Dan, I think we should stop right here.
Alright.
We're gonna stop right here. I hope you had a good time listening to us rant and rave about shit. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.